You are listening to Keith Price's Curtain Call.
Go ahead, throw your rocks at me from your little glass house and then take off running. You're no better than me. We both made mistakes, haven't we? I won't undo what I'm doing to sit in judgment of what makes us human. I don't claim to be proud, but my head won't be hung in shame. I didn't plan it, but the light turned red and I ran it, and I'm still standing. It's not what I wanted, but now that it's right here, I understand it. A story written by my own hand. It's life fighting right at your
Yes, we are back here. Yes, people, yes. Woo, child, it's been a long time. It feels like it's been a long time since I've been doing this. This is a hot mess for me. It is, first of all, it is hot as hell outside in the streets of New York City. And we are here, Keith Price, this is I, for the Curtain Call, and I have a special treat for you. I actually, the music that you were listening to as we were rolling into this moment comes from the Tony Award-winning show, Tony Award-nominated show, Waitress, featuring Tony-nominated guest that's sitting here in the studio with me, Miss Keala Settle. How you doing, girl?
How are you?
First of all, I have to say publicly, I guess in front of a mic, because I've already said it to you just like 5 minutes ago before we turned on the mic, to tell you thank you for letting me stalk you enough to get you to come up here. First of all, I have to tell you all, if y'all are listening, Miss Keala Settle is probably one of the neatest discoveries that I've ever had for myself as a theater goer. If you don't know who Keala Settle, or Miss, how do you pronounce your name? Did I say it right? Keala. Mm-hmm. If you have not gotten a taste of Miss Keala Settle and that voice, child, they don't even
nice
know.
Person. Who's paying you? You're a nice person.
No, but the thing is that Keala Settle is one of those artists and one of those singers that you truly, when you take the moment to discover. I'm waiting for you to do your one-person show, but that's another story.
Well, it's happening.
Oh, did I just get a scoop? Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah,
okay, the Curtain Call just got a scoop. How you living? Oh my God, Keala, how you doing, girl?
I am exhausted, but happy to be exhausted. Happy to be borderline drowning in what I love to do the most, which is, tell stories. I love it. I love every bit of it.
Well, you are, like I said before, you are one of those artists that I'm just so thankful that I have had the opportunity to watch you on stage live in different places and in different types of shows, to show not only do you have one of those voices that is like, okay, yes, she will take you to church. But then there is the acting, and there is the presence, and there is everything else that goes along with that. When did you know you had that?
It came from my mom. My mom did the same thing growing up. She was a performer as well, not so much on a theatrical stage, but she came from a family of 14 to 16 kids, and like the top six, typical Polynesian family,
exactly.
Just a small number. And like the top 6 and 7 of them sort of made a band growing up, and she was, the lead singer of it. And I have another member in my family who also sings just like my mother.
Wow.
Her name's Kelly, and I'm so proud of her, my little sister.
Wow.
But yeah, it's been in the culture.
Exactly.
Just alone, but also in our family for generations.
That's great.
So when my mom and dad, who was from the UK, when they originally came here to the States, we had the opportunity to sing and do whatever we wanted, but also keep as close to our culture as we possibly could, because that's really all we had. And I'm really grateful for it, because it's ironically enough brought me here.
Wow.
Which is crazy to me, but...
Now, you started in Hawaii, right?
Oh, yeah. I was born and raised there for the most part, yeah.
I love it. Okay, again, this is one of those things when you have these moments with people, like you're just running into Keala at a function. When I ran into you at the new Dramatist luncheon a couple of weeks ago, I literally had just gotten off a plane that morning from Honolulu.
I remember you telling me that.
And I was like, ooh, this place is fabulous. It's far,
And
but it's fabulous.
completely different from anything else. The pace is different. The lifestyle is different. The people are different, not in a bad way, and very much a very familial way.
Right.
You know, when you get there, you become one with the people that are on the islands, simply because that's the only way we know how to function.
Yeah, because you're isolated, but
We're isolated, but
yeah.
at the same time, all we do is just basically love on everything and everyone. There's no other option, really, which is, especially in light of what's happened recently, I think that's one of the biggest things that's not only important to, you know, where I come from, but for each of us deep within. It's a base feeling and emotion that is valid and real. And these days, really hard to tap into because of fear.
Wow. Keala Settle with me here.
I don't even know why I said that.
That's just, well, you know.
You should probably kick me out.
No, you know what it is? See, this is the thing, because, again.
I know. No one should interview me ever, because all of a sudden it's like, drop something. And you're going, oh, anyway, have a great day. You know,
but the thing is that's part of our lives. I mean,
Yeah.
people don't understand that, you know, amongst all of the craziness that is the world of show business and stuff like that, there are people that feel.
But we all do.
And we all do.
Every single person who has a beating heart has that capacity. It just depends on, you know, what part of your life that you're in. You know, when you start your day, you already know you have to go right against the grain and run the rat race that is Manhattan and New York City, and do and say everything that you need to get to the top of your game, whatever that is, whatever that may be. It just depends for you on how you do that.
Is that exhausting for you?
It can be exhausting for anyone, because you fight to not let it get you down.
Yeah.
And I fight that every second of every day.
Do you find at this point now, because you're in a really nice place career-wise.
You're a nice person, and I don't know what script you just memorized to say this.
No.
But thank you so much.
No. You stop. See, she's going to start with me. No, I'm just saying that, like, you know, for the outside observer who's watching, you know, like, again, I've gotten to see you and everything that I'm holding these playbills for.
I know, I can see it. I'm like, no.
This is your life.
No, don't do it.
This is your life, Keala.
Somebody press stop. Abort.
But I mean, again, the different turns upon which you've had this, and watching you at different events, seeing you with your peers, it's sort of like it is a joyful thing to watch from the outside. So my feeling is that it has to be somewhat joyful for you to be able to have that too.
For me, it has to be, because I am so far away, and I've said this numerous times. It's taken a while through my own journey of being in New York City and not back home, and learning how to be comfortable in my own skin and being comfortable with the fact that I do love to do what I do, and that my mom didn't make me do it, and that I can't keep blaming her anymore. I have to accept the fact that I really love to do this, and that she's with me anywhere and everywhere I am, performing with me, because she was and will continue to be for me, that person, that spirit, and that light.
Is your mom not with us?
No.
Oh.
She actually, ironically enough, passed away the day after we opened Waitress in Cambridge.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you for saying that.
So sorry.
Thank you.
So
I
sorry.
struggled for a long time in this business, because I very much wanted to spend my time with her and the rest of my family, and was basically told by my mother, no, stay out there. You stay in New York. You make us proud. And it wasn't until after she had passed that I had realized how much of a struggle it was, and how much of it I emotionally did not appreciate or enjoy, because all I wanted to do was be there with her.
Right.
And I kept thinking that it was something that she wanted. And then she was gone, and I still had this beautiful show called Waitress that was looking after me. These people were flying me home for her funeral, and then flying me back and letting me, whatever I needed, they were there for me. And there was no way that I could walk away from that. So I had to kind of sit myself down for not just that run of the show, but up until we opened here.
Yeah.
And kind of have my own come to Jesus meeting with myself and say, look, you have the capability now to open, because she's now with you in everything and anything that you are. And she wanted to be that originally. She wanted to be in every city you were. She wanted to be in every show that you were in, but she couldn't do it. She physically could not do it. And now she is in spirit. And I believe that wholeheartedly, because every time I do something, it's her. Oh. It's completely her.
Damn it, Keala.
Sorry.
Damn it. And I say, no, hold my hand for a minute, because you can't see this, people, but it's sort of like where I found a kinship with you.
Yeah.
In this moment, because I mean, my parents have been gone now for almost 9 years. Wow.
But that feeling never goes away.
It never goes away. And whenever you have the opportunity, you know, my partner recently, his father just passed. And his father was
so sorry.
You know, and his father, you know, he lived to be a ripe old age. And, you know, even still knowing that, it's still painful. And and it's funny because when you say doing what you've been doing this whole time and knowing that she's been with you this whole time, especially now since you've been doing this, it makes me think about my life that way as well.
Absolutely.
Because, you know, when I moved to New York 20 years ago, you know, my parents they weren't wild about the concept,
right.
But they were like, well, you know, you're grown, you do whatever you want to do, and you're not going to jail. So thank God. Don't embarrass us. That's
right.
You
right.
know,
you're obeying
you
the
know,
rules.
and as you know, as I've moved through my own career doing this, and you know, from the major platform that I was on beforehand, that was like that pinnacle moment that I was so. It was very hard to enjoy that when it started because they weren't around.
They weren't.
And this is you know, when you think about all of those things that you've done up to this moment, you're like, this is the moment I wish they could have been here for.
Exactly.
So
that's what I do. From the second that I've been here, and basically because of what my close friends and relatives just all over the country and all over the world have done for me as I've been growing up and going on my journey, being here in this city. The only thing I can do is embrace the community that I'm in because that's the closest thing I have to family.
Oh.
That's all I have. And I love that. And I would rather have that. It's like going to work every day with your really, you know, your quote unquote cousins or, you know, the one that drives you nuts and you guys get in a fight and then you go, okay, sorry, let's go get ice cream.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's literally that simple.
Wow.
And yet the older that we get, for all of those things go by the wayside because other things take precedence and priority. But when you get down to the basics of it, and I have to hear myself say this is obviously clearly why I'm saying it. I have to get down always to the basics of this is who we are, and we're, you know, circle of life, whatever.
Yeah.
It's for me, that's how I get through each moment. When I see Stokes or when I see, you know, whoever is in the room with me, if I, you know, see Helena York or I will grab them and I'll hug them. Yeah. We're all nut jobs, all of us. And we're getting paid to be nut jobs.
I'm not getting paid yet, but I'm still working on a nut job,
but you're going towards it, and you're going towards it with your heart and your soul and not with any malice. And people do that. You can always see the truth in people because you see, you know, the product that comes out of everything like that. Right. For example, curtain call. You know what I mean? So everything is supposed to be exactly as it should be, as much as nobody really wants to say that, myself included.
Exactly.
You know, I woke up this morning coming into work knowing because I do have a concert coming up, my first concert ever in my life, coming up in August. And I'm so scared out of my mind about it. So I'm like, I brought my journal and I was like, I know I'm going to have to journal about this. I know I'm going to have to journal about the 1,000 things I have to do this week and next week.
And I still got 8 shows to put on.
Right, exactly. That I want to do.
That you want to do.
That I want to do because the story that we do is so crazy great and so crazy full of heart with crazy nut job people that I love to laugh with and pour fake coffee for and give fake pies to, or sometimes real pies depending on the scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know how hard it is to be on Broadway, and I'm so grateful that my legs still move fast enough that I can be on there without getting hit by some moving pallet. I love it. You know?
No, Keala Settle, again, I'm going to say it to you, even though I know that technically now in this zone, we have really now finally started a conversation, that I am madly in love with you because you are exactly what I hoped you would be. This is, you know.
But we all have that capability.
Absolutely.
This isn't brand new.
You know. It seems like it for some folks.
But it's not. We all have it. Not just it's not ooh. It's we all have it. We all have it. Mm-hmm. What I think is cool is that I get to find it and tap into people who realize they have it.
Yeah.
And that's everybody. And not everybody is susceptible to that. Sometimes there's a time and a place for everything.
Wow. Keala Settle. Dang, girl.
Also, you have to come to my show.
Exactly. You're going to have to really figure out a way to keep me out.
Okay, so everybody come to Waitress, to the Brooks Atkinson.
Right.
It's life-changing. Tony Award winner Jessie Mueller, who is the resurrected Jesus Christ. She is absolutely beautiful inside and out.
I know.
Beautiful inside and out.
I've never met her, but I'm friends-ish with Andy Carl, who worked with her in Drood. And
That's right. They were brother and sister.
They were great.
We
together.
just sent him a video last night of his wife. She was singing at the benefit. Brother.
Wow. So again, Keala Settle is she's got a concert coming. I didn't know that
so let me
was
tell you
happening.
about that. I'm going to tell you about that right now.
I want to hear all about this.
So the first song I ever sang in public as a child back in when they had -1 tapes, which for those of you who don't know what that is, those are karaoke tapes that if you turned it to one side, it wasn't stereo, it was just one mono. You would take out the really not good lady that was singing the demo of the song, and you had your own karaoke tape. And you play that thing into the ground. So you had to get your pencil out and rewind the damn tape. Cassette tape, that is. It was Where Do Broken Hearts Go? Because I sang a lot of Whitney Houston growing up, a lot of Chaka Khan. I listened to a lot of classical music, Stevie Wonder. And it was written by Frank Wildhorn. And I had been stalking that man's music ever since I heard it when I was, and
I was a little bit older than you, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I sang it in my assembly at Kahuku High School in Hawaii. Oh, the days. Anyway, cut to everything that's happened in my life and the fact that I had been holding myself back and being afraid. And it all just kind of came to a head where I let it all go. And I was doing a demo recording for Frank. He had asked me in the past 3 years, I've had the opportunity to meet with him and do a couple of like songs or things for him that he needed.
And for those of you who are listening, Frank Wildhorn, Jekyll and Hyde, Bonnie and Clyde,
Scarlet Pimpernel. All that stuff. I used to sing You Are My Home, which was a number that he had on his original Scarlet Pimpernel concept album with his ex-wife Linda Eder and Peebo Bryson. Whoa. It's my favorite. Anyway, so over the past 3 years, I've had an opportunity to just, he's asked for me to work with him, and I loved it. I've loved every minute of it because I'm obsessed. And about a month ago, after I'd done a demo for him for a new show that he's putting together that I'm not going to tell you about because he can tell you that because that's not my business, but I'm grateful I had the opportunity to do it. Great. Copyright seal. He asked me to have a meeting with him, me and his assistant, and I said, absolutely. And I met with him, and he said, so in the demo recording, you inspired me. And I actually started writing music again. And what I would love to do is do a concert with you, And I said, who else? Because I used to bust him all the time and go, Frank and friends. Guess it wasn't a friend. Never invited. He's all, here's my CD. I'm all fierce. I'm not on it. I bet it's great. Wasn't there. Didn't get a call. Let me check my phone. Yep, not there. Not anything.
Email?
Email, not a thing.
Spam.
Nothing. Nothing in spam. Nothing in spam. In all of my 19 email addresses. Not a one. Not a one. Not a messenger. Nothing. Nothing. Social media. Not a drop. Just crickets.
Not even a poke on Facebook.
Nope. So yeah, I bawled my face off and I said, "Are you serious?" And he said, "Yeah, I would really like to do a concert with you and just you and I, basically just you alone." And I freaked out, and I am continually freaking out. But he's been so kind and so gracious and patient. As I freak out all over the place and go, I can't do this. I'm like yelling and drinking water going, I can't hit that note. I can't do it. But yeah, we're doing it August 22nd at Birdland at 7 p.m. It's my first concert I've ever done in my life.
Are you kidding me?
In my life. Like, for me. I've never done it.
Settle, no.
Well, because I was scared to do it. I don't do the sun will come out. I don't do that. But you guys sound great on that song anyway. But that's not me. You know what I mean? I don't do that. So what do I do? Fetch. I'm just saying. So anyway, everybody come to my show August 22nd at Birdland. Keala Settle and Frank Wildhorn for the first time live.
What? Like, again, this is that moment for...
I know. It's so sad.
No, it's not sad. Because, see, the thing is that you and it's like I wish that I could sing, move, have the kind of energy that you have. Mine is comedy.
You do.
I'm a comedian.
That's
and I
what
do
I'm saying.
thing.
Everybody has it.
And when you say that, it's sort of like, oh, Frank Wildhorn just, rang me up, wants me to do a concert with him. Like...
But I flipped out. It was no joke.
Yes.
Like, his assistant kind of giggled at me, and I'm all, this is not a laughing matter. You don't understand. I don't care how long you've been his assistant. This is some dream stuff.
I'll slap you right here.
Let me have this. Let me cry right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Because there's no room for me to try to pretend, thank you, this is a really great opportunity.
Exactly.
And then you go cry out. No, I'm going to cry right here. Because that's
And keep
what
it
I
on.
do.
Keep on. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So again, there's one of the questions I was going to ask you, like, what has been one of the biggest things that's happened to you? That was it.
That has been it and continues to be it. It has opened up so much, not only because of the way Frank writes and because of how gracious and kind he's been with me, but because it's given me an opportunity to not be afraid of places and emotions in my soul that have just been locked up for so long. Wow. So long.
So is it I'm talking to Keala Settle here on the Curtain Call, and is this one of those moments where you just you focus on just trying to do what you do as best as you can, and then it feels like all of these other things are just coming to you because of it?
What happens, I figured it out, maybe. Watch me trying to think that, and then it's like, it doesn't even work at all. Well, I didn't figure it out at all. I just lied. I think what happened is that I stopped fighting myself. That's what happened. And the second that I stopped fighting myself and someone believed in me enough to say, I believe in you, therefore I'm offering you all of this. And that's what he's done. That's exactly what he's done. He has literally breathed a different kind of life into the way I interpret not only life, but music and seeing people and interacting with others in my daily and waking up every day and, and wanting to fight the good fight and going out there and rallying and choosing to not be bitch, but to rally and be a better person, because that does exist in all of us. And I fight for that. And Jessie also helps me. Jessie is in so many ways because she's on that stage nonstop and has a heart more gold than Midas could ever have or imagine. And she beams and she shines from within. And she's one of my biggest champions as well. And I follow her example every second of the day. And I'm so grateful for her and what she's taught me, and for the people that are in this business who are now that I do get to go to. It's so funny because I don't consider them my peers per se as far as work goes. They're just family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really all it is.
Girl, see if y'all could even see. Keala has me up here tearing up, Sean. Damn, girl.
But
because I feel, you know what it is that I think because I feel you're saying to me those things that I need to hear as well.
So do
and
I,
that I, for some reason, I'm sure someone else has said it to
honey,
me.
we're our worst enemies. We are our worst enemies. The worst.
What is that? What's wrong with us?
Well, we don't talk. And then the second we talk, it's like, oh, well, it's gone now. Well, of course it's gone now because you said something.
Mm-hmm.
So don't hold on to it.
Damn,
I know
Keala.
I have to do the same thing. I have to do the same thing.
This got all therapeutic and shit.
But he wasn't supposed to. I'm
we're supposed to be laughing and giggling and shit.
Anyway,
she was in Queen of the Desert, Priscilla and
I know.
stuff.
Anyway, I come to Waitress.
I come to Waitress, Brooke Atkinson.
Get your ticket for the concert up on August 22nd.
Yes. So for you, this has been a really great thing. And it's so interesting. You talked about your Broadway life and how it's become your family. One of the big things that you just recently did that everyone has been talking about because it went #1, the Broadway for Orlando moment.
Yeah. Oh.
That was a pretty awesome
that weekend
experience.
Was probably one of the roughest weekends that I think our community has seen in a while.
Yeah.
We were backstage at the Beacon that night, trying to literally turn it around and celebrate the life that still existed. And yet in each of us, in the way we felt, we were still just going, oh, this is
so raw.
Because it was so wrong, and it was our community.
Yeah.
And so when James and Seth, who I am very close with, Seth Rudetsky and James Wesley, and their young girl, Julie, who I love with everything in me, they when James came up with the idea and Seth texted me and sent me an email saying, will you be a part of this? I said, absolutely. Yeah. Because we can't do anything. There's nothing that we can do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Except just keep singing. You just keep as loud as we can, and as strong as we can, and with the same intention and the same passion of just reminding one another. We have that capability, yes, to make those choices. We also have this option to, in the face of the fear that we have, whatever it is, to actually go right against the fear with everything you have in your heart. Yeah. And that's what, in that room, that was an intense day in that recording studio, because there were, you want to talk about peers and people that taught me how to sing. I stood in front of Liz Calloway and her sister Ann Hampton Calloway, and I said, just so y'all know, I played your CD.
Sibling Revelry? Shut
Honey,
up.
I licked the back of that CD because there were cracks for days in that CD, and I thought that my saliva would fix it. It did not, so I just bought 2 more CDs. I just bought the 2 more CDs. That's fine.
Thank God for the digital thing.
Let me
now,
tell
because
you something.
You don't lose them anymore.
I know. You ain't licking the back of CDs so the thing can play. All these people. Cheetah Rivera was standing next to me, and she goes, honey, what's our alto part? So I had a bowel movement, and then I said, okay, Miss Cheetah, here's your part. I mean, I was standing there and all of this was happening. But at the same time, it was all for this incredible cause, this horrific cause that all we could really, quote unquote, fight back with was our voices and the love that we had. Yeah. Burt Bacharach found out about it and sent James Wesley a voicemail and was blown away and just so proud and stunned at how gorgeous it was.
It is pretty amazing, which you can download anywhere and everywhere actually now.
Yes, on iTunes,
on
and
iTunes,
all of the funds.
Every penny
go directly to the GLBT Center in Florida, and there are a lot of young adults that have been affected by it physically, that are in the hospital, that have no money to pay for their expenses. They have no money to pay for food or living right now because of the damage that was done, because they can't go to work.
Right.
So please download that music, because that music, the money from that is going directly to them. Yeah.
Gosh, and again, I it's when you talk about Cheetah Rivera, it just made me think of this moment. Just
Cheetah Rivera,
the Drama Desk Awards. I was doing the red carpet, and I was standing there talking to her, and we had like 3 minutes with Cheetah Rivera, and so of course I'm Southern, so it's Miss Rivera, Miss Rivera, and she's like, no, call me Cheetah, and I was like,
Miss Cheetah. That's exactly what I did, because I was doing that too. Because back home in Hawaii, it would be like, you call her Auntie Cheetah, but I'm not going to do that. So I was just like, okay, Miss Cheetah.
And you have that moment where you're there with those, and of course that room, you got every freaking living legend
was in there.
Come on,
I mean, everybody was in there. Everybody that they could cram in there was in there, and they wanted to be there.
Yeah. God, man. See, I feel like I should play that before we leave, but I'm not going to do that because, Keala is...
Why not? Just play it.
Well, I don't know, because I'm going to have to pay for it.
Well, I'll send you money. Girl, I'll send you money.
I bought it, but I mean, it's like, I don't think I can afford to pay for it because, you got
that's all right.
The royalties.
We'll figure it out.
We'll work it out somehow.
It's for a good cause. Come on,
but you get us on the Facebook and the Twitter. There's all kinds of stuff to get you through with it. And at this point now, for you, Miss Keala, you got a big concert coming up.
I do.
August 22nd?
August 22nd at Birdland.
At Birdland. That's like a Monday night, isn't it? See? Because, she's working.
Because that sounds right.
Honey, don't play. Okay? She got to do that and then turn around and do a show.
Hooker's got a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Hooker's got a hoe.
Honey. And now I need, so we have a concert, so I already got that checked off my list now for me. I need your personal CD now of the songs that make Keala clock and tick. That actually will come after the concert because he's in charge of that. Yes, that actually has already been in the talks, in the works, all of that. But we're doing the concert first. Yes. I feel like I'm just getting my wish
But
list.
you literally
I don't even
are.
know.
You're like the first person that's asked me, and I'm kind of, as much as I'm excited about it, I'm all excited and scared, freaking out.
You know what? I've learned from two different people this season, this theater season, about dealing with the fear. One of them was from Renee Lee Scolsbury.
Oh my God.
Tony Award winner.
She's
Hamilton.
amazing.
And I remember I went to the Broadway con and they did the big panel for Hamilton. And she said at that panel that you just show up scared.
You show up.
You just do it
But
and
you-
be scared.
yep, and
If
you
you're
do it.
scared, you just do it. Who cares? You're scared, whatever. Get it done. You just do it. And then the same thing happened with Denai Guerrera. I ran into her at the drama desk, and she said to me, and it was like one of those things where, like I said, I'm sitting here talking to you, and we're having this moment, and you're saying things to me that I will go back and listen to this again and take to heart because I feel like I needed to hear you say that or hear someone else say it to me other than my partner. But hear you say that.
No, exactly.
And she said the same thing about the fear because she's this playwright. She's had 2 plays popping off and just doing her thing and got her TV thing working and going on. And I had said to her, I said, I have been with this idea for this play that I've written characters down and I've done, just basic story ideas of how I kind of want it to flow. I said, but because of the subject matter, it scares me to do it. And she said, she said, that's the reason why you need to write it down.
Yep.
She said, that's the reason why you have to do it. So you are now another soldier in the push to make Keith get over his fear of life.
Honey, that's what fear has fear has through the ages. Can you imagine if so many of our historians or political leaders or like back in the day, New York would not be New York if somebody listened to their fears.
It's true.
New York would not exist.
That's true. And
you know what I mean?
It's just
a lot of people fought a lot of their own fears.
To do this.
And that's the point of living is to fight that fear.
Yeah.
Not enforce it. Fight it.
Why
did I just say that? Get me off this mic. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, Keala, honey, you can see Keala 8 shows a week at the Brooke Atkinson Theater in the Tony-nominated show Waitress, directed by one of my other favorite people, Miss Diane Paulus.
Yes.
Love her.
Yes.
With Jesse Mueller and Nick Cordero, and you give these great scenes with Eric Anderson, who I adore.
Christopher Fitzgerald, who's like the comedian for days.
Jumping around on that damn stage, a mess. And it is such a wonderful, wonderful, fun-filled experience.
It really
is. It's a beautiful story. You can see Keala August 22nd at Birdland, which is the first time we've all heard about this now.
Right, exactly.
I got to hurry up and put this shit up on the air, honey, because, shoot, I got my first scoop. Oh, Miss Keala. And again, look forward to the album when this is done.
Yeah.
It's a good year for you right now, isn't it?
It's a humble year.
It's a humble year.
I will say that. This is the beginning for me.
Yeah.
This is a lot of this firsts. There's a lot of firsts for me this year, and I'll take it.
Well, dang it, Keala, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. And I hope now that we can officially I can get off the stalker list.
And just go, hi, Keala.
Hi, Keala.
Hi, Keith. How are you?
Hey, girl. What you doing?
How's it going?
I'll catch you at,
Did you write your play yet? Hurry up.
You're gonna be that other person that'll be gonna yell at me for that.
It will be full nodes yelling if you don't make this play.
Because I am scared.
Stop being afraid.
Oh. See?
And I have to listen to myself too. Stop being afraid.
Stop being afraid. Because look at what's happening when you just let yourself get over the fear.
When you get over all of it. And you sweat it out and you sit there and go, this sucks. Okay, go.
Dang, Keala.
It's okay.
I feel like I've made another new friend. And I'm very happy about that. So you need to get the Hands on the Hard Body CD because Miss Keala's on that. I would not be mad at you getting Priscilla either. I'm sure she would not be mad either. You can go ahead and pick 2 or 3 of them songs that she's in. You can just grab them and put them over $1.99, how you living. And then, of course, if you get the opportunity to come to New York, you see her in Waitress. And certainly now that we know August 22nd is a shootout date that you need to go, if you're planning any trips to New York City, then I urge you now, because she's with Frank Aldhorn.
Guys, that's amazing. It's pretty amazing. I'm scared. I'm so scared. What? It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
I want to write with you.
I'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You're writing. He's writing with you, and Rima Webb is writing with Bill Finn.
Auntie Rima. Let me tell you something about Auntie Rima. I love Auntie Rima.
Another one who I stalked. I stalked her right to the end. Got her in here too. Sometimes the stalking works.
If it's a good stalk,
It's a
you
good
understand.
stalk. Exactly.
Good stalk.
Exactly. Don't twist these words and then say he told me to stalk people.
I know,
That's
right?
how it works.
You get these letters showing up with like all the different letters cut out the magazine. Bodyguard style. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Because see, you know what, Keala? Let's be for real. You and I are from that we kind of cut from that cloth that don't step to us like that because you will get punched.
Well, you won't get punched. You'll just be nicely jabbed. Be like, oh, sweetheart, you're great, but that's not cute.
That's not cute.
And also, you know that it's not cute.
know
So
it's
I'm
not-
not telling you new things. Bye-bye. Have a great night.
But try it again.
Try it again.
And it's on. I love it, Miss Keala. So again, I just don't want to let her go, but she's got things to do. She's got a concert to plan. Sheesh. Miss Thing is busy, honey.
Sorry.
So again, thank you so much, Miss Keala.
Thank you,
And of
Keith.
course, follow her on the Twitter. What is it,
Keala Settle.
Settle on Twitter, and get to her on the Facebook. Just find her and love her the way I do. That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
You're the sweetest.
So again, thank you, Miss Keala.
Thanks, love.
And I'm gonna give you a little taste of her just gospeling it up for you now, honey, on Hands on a Hard Body. You gonna feel the joy? You feeling the joy now? You hear her? She's giving you joy, people. She's giving it to you. God, thank you so much, Miss Keala.
I love you.
I love you too. All right, and we'll be back.